Today we have the 2025 Almost Any Boat World Championship. The only world championship that lets the sailors pick their favorite boat, anything from a footy to an EC-12. Sail Wars has gotten the best 10 sailors in the world together as they all want to win this championship. Let's meet our sailors. Representing the United States, we have Bart in the Intrusion.
Hi, my name is Bart, and this is the Intrusion. It's the fastest U.S. 1 meter in the world in moderate wind. And today, we are going to claim the World Championship. This boat right here, the Intrusion, is an awesome boat. So the rest of these guys out here better watch out and get out of my way.
From Croatia, we have John Hufek.
Hi, I'm John. I'm sailing boat 468. She's a Victoria, and I'm going to be victorious today.
From Germany, we have Kyle Russell.
I'm Kyle. My boat is number 93, a Peb Junior, and I am going to look to try to race some of these modern boats that are under 36 inches with a vintage model.
Representing Italy, we have Mari Spina.
Hi, I'm Mari Spina, and this is like a rare opportunity. I get to sail a boat made by Vienna Vintage Sailboats. That was my friend Mark Smith. He used to be our Commodore, and I'm so just enamored by this boat. He painted it Virginia Tech colors, I think, or UVA colors. And my daughter went there, so I'm proud. But anyway, it's an IOM, so it's an international 1 meter. It's all hand built, and I just love it. It's got such cool lines, and it's so done so well on the inside. And this was his racing number, and it's all registered with the International Committee, so it's official. And I get to race it on the Any Boat race, and this is the only time I get to race it. So glad I was out here. Walter helped me set it up a little bit, and I'm ready to beat everybody.
Back again from Greece, we have the defending world champion, Walter House.
My name is Walter. I'm sailing an IOM, hull number 66, and I'm defending last year current champion.
From Vatican City, we have Mike Kavanaugh.
Hi, I'm Mike Kavanaugh. I'm from Meadow Haven Model Yacht Club, and today I'm going to be sailing my skipjack. It was one of my first builds. It's a scratch build, and I'm really looking. It's been years since I've sailed the boat, and so I really am looking forward to sailing it today. And it looks like we have a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
From England, we have Rob Dutton.
Okay, Rob Dutton, sailing for England. I'm sailing a what's called a Pep Junior. It's modeled after a Chesapeake Bay crab skiff. I'm number 53. 53 has been my number since the very beginning. It was Don Drysdale, pitcher for the Dodgers. He's my hero when I was playing Little League. So he's my guiding spirit. But I don't know if I'll be the fastest boat, but I'll have fun.
Representing Ireland, we have Danny Thomas.
My name's Danny. Be sailing a very ancient Odom right here, 05, and we came out last year and limped around for a third. So don't get a chance to sail much these days, so I figured come out and support the event and look for a good time.
Racing for the Netherlands, we have Alan Cruisinger.
Hi, I'm Alan. I'm sailing a Sea Wind number 78, and this it's a 1 meter boat. I'm going to compete with Danny Thomas maybe in his Odom. We'll be in the middle of the fleet probably. Sometimes we do better. I've finished a race second place one of these things. That's it.
From Norway, we have the 2023 World Champion, Jarl Wathney.
Hey, I'm Jarl, and I'm back for the Almost Any Boat Challenge. That's my boat, 188. It's an East Coast 12 meter, or an EC12. I won the first year, which was a couple years ago. The boat's 24 years old, and I'm hoping to bring it back again, have the trophy at the end to beat Bart and Danny Thomas, and also to beat Walter. He's last year's champion.
Okay, Sail Wars fans, here we are at race number 7. And let's look at Vegas's current odds. Where's the money going? Well, Walter's still the favorite at 3-1. Jarl is at 5-1, as is Bart in the Intrusion. Danny has fallen to 7-1 after the debacle that happened to him in the last race. Mari is 9-1. Alan is right behind at 10-1. John is at 14-1. Kyle has fallen all the way down to 30-1. Rob is 34-1. And the absolute long shot is Mike at 35-1. Okay, this is race 7 of 10. Let's go racing. Well, so Sail Wars fans, this is the first of the long races, and they race 2 laps. Kind of the same as the other races. They race up and go around 2 marks at the end of the left, the windward end, and then they go all the way down. But this time they go to the gate that is the farthest marks that were set up on this course. They are way down there. In fact, I believe they pulled out the inner marks that were used for the medium races. So these competitors are getting ready at the line. And you can see right there, we got a leader, Walter, going around. He's coming back through. 9, 8. Let's listen to the start. 4, 3, 2, 1. And Walter was way early, as he has to go back around, and that'll lose him about 15-20 feet. But he recovers well. As the boats are taking off, it looks like Jarl Watney is in first place in his big EC12, 188, followed by Mari Spina in number 81, the IOM, and then Walter's right there in third place, so he got right back into it. And right now, Mari is telling the pits that she's having battery issues, although it doesn't look like it as she races along really well. She's right behind our leader, Jarl Watney, and that EC12 carries the weight really well, so if the puff goes away, those EC12s just keep going. But on the other hand, the IOMs and smaller boats like the US 1 meter, they tend to accelerate quicker. Right there in front of us, we see number 78, the Sea Wind of Alan Cruisinger. That's a 1 meter boat, and he's done pretty well with it here today. As they're going up to that first mark up there, everybody looks like they've gone over to the port tack. That means the sail's over the right hand side of the boat. As they race up top, and it's kind of hard to tell who's in first place right now. Jarl's way out to the right, but look at this. And going around, I believe that's Mari Spina and that IOM number 81. Headed down to the other mark, so she is in first place despite saying she's having radio problems. Look at Bart. He's went way too far out, and the wind's taking him too far out. That was a strategic mistake by him. The guy with the teal sails on that US 1 meter. And look at that, right behind him, that was Mike Cavanaugh in the skipjack. So Bart has got to be very unhappy right now as the leaders are way out front, and there's 6 of them all up close. And look at John Hufleck, number 468.
He is right up behind that pack in 6th place as Mari lets those sails out as she comes downwind. Jarl Watney is closing. He uses his big sails to try to grab the wind from her. He's right behind her trying to steal her wind. Her wind is gone as her sails start to flutter. And right there we see Walter House number 66 being passed by Danny Thomas in his Odom number 05. And around the mark we saw Alan Cruisinger and the Sea Wind coming around. It looked like John might have missed that mark back there. I'm not totally positive because the camera went off of it. I'm looking at a monitor feed, seeing it as you guys see it, although I do hear some of the behind the scenes stuff you don't hear as Walter House puts it in high gear and goes right past Danny Thomas, just leaves him like he was sitting still. Look at that, he's got a whole boat length lead going on 2 right there as that IOM leaves the Odom behind. Incredible. Here we are in Frederick, Maryland, Lake Whittier, a beautiful venue, maybe one of the best in the nation, and a fantastic place to hold the World Championship. Remember, if you want to participate in this World Championship, check the Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club website closer to the race time every year, or keep checking it, and you can submit to see if you can be chosen. Only the best are chosen for this competition, as these 10 sailors are all excellent competitors. As we catch up, there is Walter House, followed by Danny Thomas. They're going way down there, trying to track down Jarl Watney as he's way out front. He's going around. You can see how far down the marks have moved now. They are way down there. They're racing 2 laps. There we see Alan Cruisinger, number 78, and there's Bart, number 777. That US 1 meter should be doing better than it's doing in this race. He's got to be disappointed. Well, remember, he started out, he took a port tack way out trying to catch some different wind. Just didn't work out, and that's the way it happens sometimes. Some people get the win and some people don't. Some people take the risk and others don't. And we're hearing that we're having main camera failure, so we're looking at the Andy cam footage from the other end of the lake right here, and thank you, Andy, for volunteering. You guys know Sail Wars is totally supported by volunteers. They're out here for the love of sailing. So please only give positive comments if you're going to comment at all. And of course, make sure you subscribe, because your Sail Wars volunteers are promoting this hobby. There's not many people out there really putting this out to 10,000 people every 28 days. And Sail Wars does it just for the hobby, the love of the hobby. As we catch up with our leader going around, I believe they've started to zoom in better, but like I said, that cameraman have had to switch cameras. We're still on the Andy cam, and this is at the windward side of the lake. And look at this, Walter House has caught up to Jarl. Incredible! That I would have never anticipated the IOM would have caught up to the EC12, but look at this, he has, and he's desperately trying to hold off Walter House. Walter, if he can just inch up there and get in front of that wind and steal the wind from that big EC12, he'll be able to make a pass. And it depends which way the wind's going right now. It appears from the sails, let's see, actually not much wind, but I would guess it's got to be at least 7 or 8 miles per hour at the speed that EC12 was moving. But look at that, Walter is on a starboard tack. Now they're starting to let their sails out a bit. One of the slower boats got in the way of Walter. He's about 3, but he's finally picking up speed. He's letting those sails almost all the way out. Now they're all the way out, and he is really going fast. He's catching up to that big EC12. I can hardly talk. I'm so out of breath calling this, and they're going down to the last gate, neck and neck.
there they go. They go through the start-finish line. At some point, we're going to switch back to the new Connie cam, as she had to switch cameras because that battery died, I'm hearing. But we're still on the Andy cam from the windward side of the lake. He is trying to keep up with these two leaders as they battle back and forth. This is such a close race. Remember, this is on their final lap when we come back to them. So this is pretty incredible. Such a long race. Two totally different boats. One is 58 inches long, the other is 1 meter. The square inches of the sails are drastically different. As Walter takes the outside gate, goes around, and Jarl takes the inside, and he's going to have a little bit of the slower traffic, as that's number 53, Rob Dutton, and Pep Jr. He's going to have to go around. I wonder if going on the outside of that Pep Jr. is going to affect his wind at all. He's trying to stay quite clear. And we see Danny Thomas, that 05 back by the mark, he came around. It might benefit him a little bit that Jarl has to go a little bit wide, because every bit of wind counts as they head up. And Jarl goes in, does a port tack, and they come into a photo finish. We're back on the Connie cam, and number 66, Walter House, wins race number 7, closely followed by number 188, Jarl Wathney, who takes second place. And we're sorry for the cutting of the footage, but that's just the way it is when we have all volunteers and volunteer equipment. If anyone wants to volunteer their time and expertise, we will take it. And here we go for third place. Let's see, it is number 05, Danny Thomas, taking third, way out past the mark. You can see Mari Spina, she did have radio problems, and she's actually a lap behind Danny Thomas, so she wasn't on the finish right there. She's going to have to continue down, and possibly she can catch up with some of the slower boats. We will see. And we'll catch up, and here comes a Pep Jr. That's Kyle Russell. And look at this, the US 1 meter with Bart, number 777. He's actually racing towards the finish line. And there's the finish line, those two white marks. The US 1 meter is coming to the finish, and Bart takes fourth place. Like I said, that outer boat, Kyle Russell, is a lap down. So basically, you saw that US 1 meter is pretty darn fast, and the leaders in front of him are pretty darn fast. They beat the Pep Jr. by a whole lap. And here, speaking of Pep Jr., here comes Rob Dutton's number 53, just completing his first of the 2 laps. So he will continue down. Let's see who's gonna finish. And here comes number 78. That's Alan Crusinger in his Seawind, coming across in 5th place. Congratulations. That's a great finish for you, Alan. And here's the next boat. We see the boat that broke down and went off into Never Never Land. Mari Spina ends up taking 6th place. So she came back from a big mechanical problem. And look at this. John Hufleck is coming with his Victoria 468. Ends up taking 7th place. Incredible finish. Way to go. That little Victoria is really fast. So here comes the next boat, and we're back to Kyle Russell, number 93. Kyle comes across and takes 8th place. That's a good finish on that beautiful boat. That is a beautiful boat, very realistic looking, and we saw in one of the earlier races, if they get the right wind, they are very fast. So the thing is, we race with the wind that's provided, right? So some boats are going to benefit some years and others the next year, right? Or maybe the year after that, we'll see. And here comes Rob Dutton in his Pep Jr., number 53. He's coming towards the line, and he inches towards it. The wind is kind of slowing down, but he goes on starboard tack more, and number 53, Rob Dutton, ends up taking 9th place. That means there's only one boat left on the course, and they're a ways back. So let's go ahead and talk about our leaders. Let's look at our top 3 in this race.
Congratulations! First place, number 66, Walter House in his IOM. Second place was number 188, Jarl Wathney in his EC12. Third place was number 05, Danny Thomas in his Odom. And here comes our 10th place competitor, the big skipjack of Mike Kavanaugh, takes 10th place. Congratulations!
Please subscribe and hit like for more videos. Sail Wars thanks you for liking, subscribing, and sharing with your friends and family. Attention all club webmasters, Sail Wars needs your support. Please make it easy for your club members by putting a link to our homepage on your club's website. Thank you from Sail Wars team. And we have a YouTube homepage. When you go there, you'll find playlist. You can click on this link and it shows you all the videos, over 300. And of course, you can subscribe from that YouTube homepage. And check out the best of Sail Wars. Sail Wars is supported by you and our volunteers. Thank you. We are all about increasing participation in our sport. Also, please join a great club like the Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club. And of course, do more than what is expected in that club. We love the AMYA. Did you know that Sail Wars is the most watched and respected RC selling information site? A big thank you to our supporters. And did you know we've made over 300 videos and have racers all around the world? Join us as we spread the word about RC selling. By subscribing, it's free.
There's a dot?